Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Hairy Muppet, and the game actually loaded a bit too fast. I wanted to say something on the loading screen, and that was that Snute. I mean, sorry. I'll start from the start, and the start is where I will start. It is the fourth game of the ZOTAC Monthly Cup, run back in April, and it is Game 4 of the Grand Final Series. So far, Polt has won the first two games, and then Snute just jumped back in the third game and got a very nice win with a large amount of roaches and some very nice Nidus worm play. So there we go. And I was going to say, actually, because I noticed on the loading screen of the third game that after the second game, Snute actually went up from level 10 to level 11. So maybe he hasn't been playing that much in Heart of the Swarm. Of course, he was started playing in April, and I think this game was in April and the thing started in March or something, Heart of the Swarm. So anyway, but he went up to level 11 after the second game, and he won the third game. So I'm thinking maybe going up to level 11 gave him the confidence he needed to get that win. So we'll see. He's still at level 11. Polt is level 30, so he's been playing a crap ton of games. He does not need XP anymore for Terran, I'm assuming, unless he's got a couple of levels from other races, but I think he's just 30 on Terran. No reason for me thinking that. Just sounds good. But there we go. We're going to see what happens in this game. We're going to see if Snute can continue to push the momentum around in the opposite direction. He definitely got some momentum in the last game, and we'll see if he can continue that. And he needs to win 2 games in a row to win this Grand Final Series. Whereas Polt, he got some very nice play in the first 2 games. He has only need 1 more game to finish this off, and we'll see if he can push back. He got manhandled a bit in the last game, but he definitely cannot count him out right now. He's still got more than enough tricks up his sleeve to be able to take this game out. So we'll see exactly what happens in this game. And yes, so he's going for spawning pool a little bit later than hatchery. He did this in the second game. I am not sure 100% why, because I understand putting down the spawning pool first. You get a queen out, and you get your queens out faster, and that's good. And especially since this Polt guy is going for a bloody Reaper every single game, it really does help him to get the spawning pool out first. And I don't think it really loses him that much. Maybe he just wants a lot faster drone production, but still, I mean, the queen, you get spawn larva a little bit earlier, so I think that makes up for not having the hatchery that early. Of course, depending on the timing, and look at that timing, that's just beautiful. So you can start building 2 queens straight away. So I guess technically maybe he does get 2 queens faster. I really don't know. I'm not going to try and do the math here. All I know is this Reaper gets some hit off on workers. But there we go, beautiful timing again on the Lings, chasing away the Reaper. As long as the Reaper fights them off the creep, the Reaper should be fine. But of course, they're going to keep the Reaper occupied long enough for the queen to get out. But is he finally going to take out a worker? This is like the 4th game, and he still has not been able to take out a worker. He got 1 kill last game, but that was a Ling. And no, I think for the 4th consecutive game, this Reaper is going to go in, and he is going to get no worker kills at all. And really, I mean, I don't know. If anything, if we can take anything out of this series, Snute knows how to handle a fast Reaper now. He could write a book on how to handle a fast Reaper, I think. But there we go, the Reaper just running away, regenning, and yeah, it's going to go back. We're going to see what our Terran player does. He's going to go for fast Hellions. He's been doing this for the past few games as well. This is his standard approach, 1 Reaper, and then goes up to about 4-6 Hellions, something like that. Goes in, but the Zerg player has counted him pretty much every single time, so I don't even know why he's bothering this time. I mean, it's good, it forces the Zerg player to gate up the front gate, but I don't know if there's really an advantage to making the Zerg gate up his front gate. Maybe he's hoping that the Zerg player is just going to fall asleep or something like that, like he's going to screw up this game. There's not much hope of that. But here we go, actually a third coming down. This is a very fast third. We've seen this a couple of times. He really needs to go in there and just start attacking this damn thing. I mean, get the Hellions in there, start attacking the damn hatchery. Taking it down. You might be able to kill it if you're lucky. I mean, there's not much chance of him getting in here and actually killing workers. I mean, he's shown the Hellions now. The Zerg probably knew they were coming, but he's shown them now. And there we go. Setting down the Evo chambers. He's starting to build the gate up. So there's going to be no worries there. And here comes the roach thing. So there we go. The gate's complete. And the Hellions have been knocked out. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you should really just bunch up about 4 or 6 Hellions. And then send them in all in one go. Don't give the Zerg play. Because he went in there with 2. He said, hey guys, guess what? I'm going Hellions. And then he walked out again. So the Zerg's like, oh, thanks for that memo that you're getting Hellions. I'll just build up my wall again, and the next time you come in, you won't be able to get in. So yeah, really, and here comes the Viking coming out. He's going to be attack moving all over the damn place, just taking out overlords. So he always got a good job. So this is a very, very standard approach for Polt so far. He's done this almost every single game, and it's always been good. He's got the 6 Hellions out now. And yeah, I mean there is creep though between these bases, so he can move down all the queens, take this out, and that'll probably be good. You can see him morphing into this extractor. He doesn't need the extractor, he just wanted to save that drone. And 6 Hellions, I'd be starting to take out the queens, man. I think you could probably snipe these 2 queens if he really wanted to. There he goes, he's got to come in again. There's drones in there, he could, if he goes around the back side, unfortunately, but here we go. This is what always shuts him down, the roaches. Eventually the Zerg player gets the roaches out there, and that just shuts the Terran player down. There's nothing you can do once the roaches are out on the field, because roaches are an extremely good counter to Hellions. And Hellions are not all that good once the roaches come out on the board, out in the game. But the Terran player getting a nice fast third base. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually morphed it into a planetary, but I'm guessing he's just too set in his ways. He wants an orbital. He had a lot of problems defending this orbital last time. I guess also with an orbital you can lift it off, which saves it from roaches, which is also good, whereas a planetary, if you get enough roaches coming at it, there's nothing it can do but just shoot. It can't lift off. So there we go. We'll see what happens exactly. The Terran player is going for pretty much the same as he always does. Marine Marauder Medevac going out. He's got to be getting out some Marauders as well at some point. He's going for an armory though. That is a I've never really seen him get an armory before. He probably gets an armory at some point, but yeah, 3 more barracks, so he's not going for mech play. He might be going for a Thor's, but I don't believe so. The Hellions going to try and make themselves useful. Not really going to do a good job. The Medevacs coming forward to the main base. They're going to get seen, and our Zerg player, massive roach push, worked for him last game. He's going to try it again. And this could be a very, very short game. These roaches, man, they do not have this army. He needed these forces to push the roaches away. He does not have them. And the Terran player is in a lot of trouble here. His Widow mine numbers are very low, if any. And yeah, I think he's pretty screwed. He's getting some forces out now, but with this many roaches, I mean, he's pushing in forces here, but these forces are just going to get wiped out with the reinforcing roaches. He's going to send his workers out, try and take out the roach numbers, but we can expect to see a GG from our Terran player very, very soon. And it was fairly early roach pressure in the previous game that lost as well. There was a Nidus worm as well that did some funky damage, and then it was a large amount of roaches. But this time the Zerg players just said, you know what, let's just skip the middle step, let's just go for a crap load of roaches, go in there and do some damage. And it's worked fantastic here. He's found the perfect counter for this Terran player's play. The 6 Hellions and the Reaper at the start of the game going out for doing some damage is found an excellent counter for that, because the roaches, he just builds them so fast, and the Terran player does not have enough triple M forces at that point to deal with it. So I think, I mean, the Snute is found a gap in Polt's armor, in Polt's play, his build, and that gap is 10-minute roach push. 11-minute roach push. The Terran player does not know how to deal with that. Even if the forces had been back here, I think he still would have probably lost. There's just too many roaches. So he's going to have to pull something out in the 5th game. He's going to have to do something different. I mean, I don't think he can afford to go for fast. I mean, Reaper maybe just to keep him occupied, but fast Hellions, man, it's not working out for him. They're not doing anything at all. And they're holding up his Marine Marauder production. He's really got to get the Marauders out a lot faster, the Marines out a lot faster. and he's really got to do a lot more with them early in the game, because these roaches, man, this is the second game in a row where Snute has just pushed in with the massive amount of roaches, and Polt has got to realise that this is a gap in his playstyle, and Snute is exploiting it, so he's got to find a way around that. So anyway, we'll find out what happens in the 5th game. It is going to be an ace match. Polt won the first 2 games. It's a very nice macro, but he's been put in his back heel by these roaches pushing in the early mid game, and he has no answer for it so far. So there we go, Snute pushing the momentum around. He's won his 2 games, and we are going to go to a final ace match, where whoever wins the ace match wins the grand final series, and indeed the entire tournament. Will it be Snute? Will he continue on with his roaches, and will he just wipe Polt out like he did the last 2 games? Or will Polt do what Snute did in Game 3? Will he find a way to counter his opponent's excellent tactic, and will he be able to shift things over into his favour? And I really don't know, but I am actually really excited. I'm going to cast this next game straight away, simply because I have to see what happens. And unfortunately it might be a little bit longer before you guys can watch it, but I promise you guys it will be exciting. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next game, and it will be up very soon.